What's up, LC gang? It's your host, Ashley. Welcome back to the Lifestyle Chats platform. Today on Gal Chats, we have had a recurring theme of health and wellness. And under that, we're going to be talking about the vitality of self-care when it comes to preventative health. And all of us have had this self-care movement, do skin this, do skin that, do yoga, do this. But we want to hear from the experts themselves on what you're supposed to be doing when it comes to taking care of yourself in order to prevent long-term illnesses or health ailments in the long run. Today we have Mrs. Kayanja Kitabire Eva, and she is going to be talking to us about all things self-care as she's an esthetician. But allow her to introduce herself and let us know a little bit about herself. Welcome to the Lifestyle Chats platform. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and looking forward to our chat.
Looking forward. Welcome to the LC
gang.
All right, do tell the people about you.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is, as she mentioned, Mrs. Eva Kitabire Kayanja. I am a pharmacist and esthetician as per profession and background. However, I am a skincare enthusiast, wellness enthusiast, and just an advocate for being the very best version of yourself.
Okay, so you've told us that you're an esthetician. First of all, welcome to the LC platform. Again, we're so glad to have you.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what that is. How did you get into this world of being a skin enthusiast, being an esthetician? Actually, what is an esthetician? Because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what that is.
Okay, so I'll take it back a little bit. So my first degree was in pharmacy.
Okay.
So again, a pharmacist. I always want to lead by that because there are a lot of people who will do the skin-based stuff, but that don't really have the scientific background.
Yes.
Which I feel like is very important because you need to understand the anatomy, physiology, and then take it on from there. So yes, I did pharmacy, practiced in the UK for a little bit in hospital pharmacy. Wasn't really my groove. Then I decided to make the transition back, and obviously getting into pharmacy here was its own struggle.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even think I want to do this anyway. So it was a lot of soul searching. I was like, okay, what are we doing?
What are we
Because
doing
we can't
here?
just live life to just survive. Like, what do you actually want to do? So I did a bit of research and I looked into the aesthetics way. And there's obviously a medical pathway. So there's a non-medical pathway and a medical pathway. So if you've already got a doctor, nurses, pharmacists, any medical practitioner, not any, but some qualified medical practitioners can go into aesthetics.
Yes.
So it is a broad term, but then we like to describe it as minimal to non-invasive procedures, all the way to facial and advanced facial procedures. So it's not just skin, but it's also the Botox and the fillers practice, as well as skin. Most people, some would just specialize in skin treatment, so they'll do the facials, but I went the more advanced route, and I learned how to do Botox and filler procedures as well.
So you went to cosmetology school?
Yes, so cosmetology school. Luckily it was accelerated because of my medical background. But other people, it can take about 3 to 4 years.
How long did it take you?
6 months. Yeah.
Only?
Yeah, because I have all the medical knowledge, so you have to show that, and this was just learning how to do the procedures. So that was Botox, different areas, dermal fillers, different areas as well, and then facials, different areas or different types. So just from the basic facial to a chemical peel, what's a chemical peel, to microneedling, what's microneedling, and so on and so forth.
So how did you realize that you liked that side of medicine? Because obviously if you did pharmacy, I'm guessing it's a lot about chemistry and stuff like that. So when you came to this, how did you realize that, okay, look, I like injecting people's faces?
So to be honest, I think it started with, I didn't want to be known as just a beauty therapist, like people, she just does facials, like there's no skill to it, there's no science behind it. So I really wanted to add to the legitimacy of what I do. And I was like, okay, let me go for the harder stuff. Like, let
me challenge myself.
Yeah, exactly. Like they teach us, obviously, I qualified when I was in COVID, so they had to take us on to do the COVID jabs in the UK. So I did have a bit of experience in vaccinations, so injecting. But now I was like, cool, this shouldn't be too hard. Like, let's figure out. And I was like, I wanted to help in aiding with the stigma around getting injections and getting, derma fillers, because first of all,
getting
Uganda,
procedures done.
exactly,
Yes.
everyone's like, you're gonna look like Michael Jackson, or you're gonna look like this, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to help them, like, okay, if I'm properly trained, I can help in educating people about
these procedures,
all these procedures, and also doing them safely, because if they're not done safely, it's a slippery slope from there. So that's how. But I'm also really like skin, and I was getting a lot of compliments like, oh my god, your skin is so nice, what do you use? But first mistake is advising people, like, not everyone's skincare regimen is the same. Exactly. I can't say use this and this. It's more so learning different skincare types, what would be the best for them, and then take it from there. So of course you can do your own research and go down, of course you'll find a lot, but I was like, again, I want to have certification to back my recommendations. That's kind of what stirred me in that route, but also having that pharmacy background. If it needs to be medication, I'm quite well versed with it. Yes, on that, exactly. Or it puts me in a position where I can learn even more, and again, they can take me seriously. So just having that backing, the credibility of it all. That, listen, I know what I'm talking about. Obviously, there's always more to learn. Don't get me wrong. I don't know everything. But so that's what kind of steered me in that direction.
Okay. That's really you've spoken about these procedures and these different things, and how on the Ugandan market you already know that people have some sort of stigma towards it. So what is wellness in terms of caring about what you look like, how you feel, especially in the aesthetic sense? Because I know a lot of people think self-care is like much more than that, and it is. But there's also the aesthetics part of it. Like if I look my best, I feel my best. You get me? So what is wellness, and why should we care enough to practice it, especially as what we know wellness to be right now?
Got you. So I'm going to go a bit broad, then I'll bring it down to like aesthetics.
Okay.
So wellness is, I literally tie it very closely to holistic wellness. So that's taking care of your body, or taking care of yourself, not just your body.
Yes.
So that's physical wellness, mental and emotional wellness, spiritual, if you are spiritual, wellness, and just taking care of different parts of yourself. So because, again, holistically, you need to make sure you're okay. Physically, are you working out? Are you taking care of yourself? How are you eating?
Right?
Yes. And also with physically moving, that helps, that stimulates, lifts your mood, it releases endorphins. So that, again, goes to your mind. How you're doing there. But emotionally, like the stigma around mental health, are you... That therapy is different to people. You don't have to talk to someone, but reading your book, taking your walk, painting. Yes, we do it. Paint and sip is all fun, but literally it can be done in a therapeutic way of how releasing yourself, or journaling. Are you writing down your thoughts so they're just not all over in your head? So obviously with my previous job, I worked with that quite well. Just dealing with people holistically, and then in terms of now to my specialty of aesthetics or advanced skin procedures. Again, skin is the largest organ in your body. No one really thinks of it like that. Everyone goes to your liver, etc. But your skin is your actual, the largest organ in your body. And little things like wearing sunscreen every day. People are like, black people are wearing sunscreen.
Do you know that people still think black people shouldn't be wearing sunscreen?
So
insane.
That's number one prevention to skin cancer. So it's little things like that where I will have ladies come in, I don't do those things.
She says shea butter on her face.
Right? It's the heaviest oils on you, entering your pores and clogging them. But it's just coming from people like, they don't know that, they don't have that education of like, okay, why must I need sunscreen? What is the importance of wearing sunscreen? What can it help me prevent?
Why should I get Botox?
Exactly, why should I get Botox? And also people think Botox, I love this fact, people always think you're supposed to start it when you're older. You actually start Botox at 25.
What?
Because it's preventative more than curative.
So
when you stop your face from making the lines, etc., then as you get older, they won't mature and they won't be definitive. So when you come at 65 and all your lines have already set. They're already set. Botox is going to be less effective.
Friends, we have 2 years to make money.
Listen, get it together.
Let's get it together. We have 30 minutes
to sort out the finances.
But Botox.
But then also there are more, I attended a webinar like last week, just saying the more non-dermatological uses of Botox. You know, you can use it in pediatrics. You can use it for migraines. The different uses.
I have hyperhidrosis, and I've always wanted to use it for that, but
perfect candidate.
It's expensive.
Yes. So now actually, it's becoming. We've just got a supplier that brings it in directly for us.
Yeah.
So the price of procuring it has gone down significantly.
Oh, it has?
Yes, they have.
What you're trying to say is I should be visiting soon.
Yes. Please come through. Please come through.
And me and others, we have been welcomed.
Yes. And we're trying to go away from the stigma, like even just how we administer it. It's tiny. So just to make, obviously, people might be very scared of needles. But we try to minimize that by using very tiny needles, usually used for insulin. For, let's say, for hyperhidrosis, for
like the ones just for insulin.
Exactly.
That's
so it's really tiny.
Yeah.
So that's why we call it minimal invasive. Like yes, we're still injecting, but
not
you can
too
handle
much.
It. So you might not even need any numbing anesthesia at all, because it's just a quick couple pricks and you're good to go. So yes, as I was saying, that's how Botox is more preventative and how we should be more open to it. Like, now, of course, there are people, the stigma around it, people are a bit like, I don't know if it's not necessarily, it's to each their own, it's not by force. But yeah, I just feel like it's very important for people to understand that as a preventative method and as something to help you feel better about yourself, to help you, people get to, as I get older ladies, they come at 60, they're like, I just want to look young again. Like, you know, what can we do?
Feel great again.
Feel great again. I don't want my age to show. But I'm like, if we started this when we were, when we were 30s, 29,
there'd be a preventative measure by this time.
A preventative method.
Yes.
And, adding to your daily eating well, exercising. So it's an add-on. It's not a cure for everything, but an add-on.
What about liquid IVs? We see so many people do the liquid IVs. Are they necessary? Are they paramount? Or is it just a trend?
So people, personally, if I'm bringing in the science, it's not just a trend. So obviously there's liquid IV, but there's also proper intravenous IVs. Yes. So you have to think about it. Your body naturally makes these, most of them makes these natural electrolytes, vitamins. So you are supplementing that. So now we're taking, everyone takes that vitamin C, the fizzy drink. But now you're taking it as an intravenous injection or intravenous infusion.
So it's going directly to your blood.
Exactly. So you are bypassing the digestive system. So where you would get 30% of it, via drinking it, you're getting 95 to 100% intravenously.
So it is. It's not like a marketing gimmick.
The facts are there. The facts. The science.
Because we see a lot of celebrities do this all the time, and so we're thinking to ourselves: is this something that we actually need, or does it look glossy? Is it the latest thing?
It's the trend. So I guess because more celebrities tap into it,
because they can afford it.
Exactly. The price range. It is a bit high, but I would like to advocate for the fact that it's not really a luxury, like it's a necessity. We're trying to push it to be a necessity because you get, I guess, more addicted or used to the benefits of it. Your mood is lifted, you have more energy, it's more detoxifying. So like glutathione is quite a detoxifying agent. It's produced in your liver. So what you're doing is you're adding a bit more.
Supplementing what is already there.
Exactly. And of course there's a cap to that. So why we limit people, don't take this more than once a month. Take this, you can do this about once a week or twice a month, because every IV has different benefits or has different solutions, and that's how we manage it. It's not just a money making scheme. There are actually benefits to do it, but also you have to be consistent. So the reason people are like, I did that thing once, I didn't see anything,
it's because they've not given it time for consistency.
Exactly, for consistency. And as you go into your elderly ages or you're getting older, you want to make these accustomed to your life, because it will help you age gracefully. You're supplementing, feel better. You might not be absorbing as much nutrients from the food you're eating because gut health might be deteriorating.
You might be drinking excessively and
this Kampala, so
replenishment,
exactly. So there are very many additives to it, pluses. So it's just having an open mind, and incorporating them into your daily life.
Okay. When we look at the wellness space, like you said, you at first were studying in the UK and then you had to come back all the way to this market. How are Ugandans taking the wellness space? Do you feel like people are receiving this? Are you guys receiving this? Like, comment down below and let us know. Do you guys? I feel like a lot of Ugandans feel like the wellness space is a scam and more so a marketing gimmick, or not necessary, because people don't think that wellness comes from things as simple as looking the best that you want to feel, or outside of traditional means, like I can eat vitamins, I can swallow a pill of vitamin C versus I can take it up an IV and get more benefits, because now we didn't even know that was about absorption of the benefits of taking it up the IV. So how have Ugandans taken to your practice as an esthetician here?
So it's been mixed, obviously. Ugandans, we have far better.
We have a range.
We have a range. We have bigger problems. So I think it depends on your audience. However, the catch is that the older generation are the ones who can afford it easier, majority of it. But they look at it like, why would I take a drip?
Why would I take that? Exactly.
When I'm not sick? Like, you know, my mom, for example, she's like, I've been treating kids malaria. This is you only take you only need a drip when things are serious, because why you just taking a drip, you're making yourself more vulnerable to getting more infection because you're going the IV route. So the stigma, they're the ones who are just like,
and yet they're the ones who can afford it
easily, you know. So again, in my previous job at Revive, we were trying to, I would attend Rotary, like be a guest speaker at Rotary, and they'll be like, you're crazy,
like you're doing too much,
so you don't get it. However, the younger generation are more receptive of it, you know.
But we don't have the funds.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're trying. Everyone's trying our best, but again, they're more susceptible. I mean, or more accepting of the skincare, because obviously Botox, because you've seen stuff in social media, but I don't want it to become, those are westernized things, or we're not going to bring it here. I feel like as we're going more in the urban areas, of course, if people can afford it, I think they should be more welcome to it, but with the facts and going to more, you know, people who are well trained and actually know what they're doing.
And how would you, as someone who is in this space yourself, say you can make it better informed for Ugandans when they're trying to uptake this lifestyle? Because obviously we're here now, and we kind of have to combat them regardless.
We're here.
And as you're waiting for the youngins to catch up wallet-wise, of course, there's still so much to be said about people who are making money now, because now Gen Zs are slowly by slowly coming into the market, the job market, so they're making money. So what would you say is the best way to, or your way of understanding things, and how to change this information gap when it comes to life, wellness and holistic wellness especially?
So I mean, there are various ways. I'd say, like, now where my practice is, I work at Selfcare IHK. So that's a big hospital that gets a lot of influx. So we're trying to introduce it into a normal medical space. So again, there are many different skin clinics there, but I believe we're the first that is latched onto a hospital. So they're getting,
I've never had that as well.
Exactly. So we're trying to bring that exposure, and like, it's a normal thing. Like, let's advocate for this. So of course there's marketing, social media, but also we just wanted to do, like, in the corporate space, introducing wellness days. So International Wellness Day.
So collaborating with like corporate brands.
Exactly. So you have a chance to speak. So you're trying to bring out the information. And like I said, previous job at Revive, I would have opportunities where I would talk to, you know, Rotary groups and try and partnering with spas, and, you know, because the med spas is a term that's quite used. But again, people are scared. They're like, okay, we don't want liability in case something goes wrong. But like, you have to be a trained staff. So
we are trained.
We're trained. You know, nurses that have their licenses here, they give people IVs on the ward anyway. So it's just in a different capacity here. So there are very many ways you can do it. So it's obviously spreading the word, and word by mouth is also another way. But
that's true.
So getting into the corporate space, familiarizing people who are already in the medical space. So like a hospital, now we've added on a med spa to just normalize it and be like, these things can happen. These things are safe, and there are benefits to it. That's what I'd say.
Okay. As someone who's been practicing for a little bit here, you worked at Revive, and now you're at the med spa. What is the most transformative feedback that you've received when it comes to someone who has embraced preventative methods of self-care, maybe Botox, maybe microneedling, maybe whichever it is, filler, you know, because there's also filler. And you've seen a transformation for them, and that you took back and you're like, I'm really glad that this is what I'm doing for other people, and it has helped their health transform.
Honestly, this might seem so minor, but I did a lady's facial. She'd never had a skincare routine. She did know, like, zero, nothing. And it was just a basic facial, deep cleansing, extractions, etc. And she was in like her mid-30s. So she checks in the mirror after, and then she came back and she gave me a hug, and she's like, wow, I didn't even realize. Minor thing like that. Like she had never done a facial. She had no skin. She was like, I just do water and Vaseline and I go. And she changed it. She bought her retinol, she bought her acids, like now she incorporated sunscreen. I'm like, dude, okay, if you're not going to do anything, just buy sunscreen. Just do that. I'm always telling people, literally, you know, if there's anything you're going to do, just buy sunscreen. You can do water and then put on sunscreen. It's fine. Like it hurts me. Sunscreen. It still hurts me, but let's do that. So just the bare minimum. And she came back to see me a couple weeks later, and her skin had cleared. And so she's like, even my husband was like, wow, you're starting to take care of yourself. But you know, something minor than that, like that, just by her coming in, just by us doing that, it transformed so much for her. And she now sees the importance. She feels better about herself. Her self-confidence has gone up. So yes, it might be not completely medical, but wearing that sunscreen now could prevent, you know, further complications in the future. True. So just something small like that really. No, it doesn't even sound small, because I feel like it builds so much for her, you know, like she feels confident, she feels beautiful, she feels like she can take on the world again. I think a lot of people don't know, but a lot of diseases come to us because we're not taking care of our actual selves. And so you get autoimmune diseases. I saw this thing, I think it was on TikTok. They were saying that a study has been done, and a lot of women tend to get autoimmune diseases because they keep things like resentment within themselves. They don't care for themselves. It's deep. It's deep. So guys, today, if you see that fine line, if you have that money, please listen. And then the older lady as well, she wanted everything done. She wanted Botox, she wanted the filler, she wanted the microneedling. She's like, now I've got the money. Let's run this up. Let's do this quick. Let's run this up. And I love it. I love it when women have money and they do something for themselves. Exactly. So if you're young, if you're old, it's for everyone. And men too. People just think, oh, these are lady things. They're not. Guys, you know, let's work on ourselves. Self-care in every way. It's not gender biased. I just feel like you thank yourself, you thank your younger self when you're older that you started these practices early. True, because something that you've mentioned should always start from when you're younger. Exactly. Yes, to prevent. Preventative. And also just from my pharmacist side, the annual checkups, people don't really like, oh, I only go to the doctor when I'm feeling sick. But just having that once a year can do much for you. So insurance, also I just think getting your insurance in now. Some of these procedures unfortunately aren't covered by insurance yet. But again, from the preventative, just the annual checkup, physical checkup, you know, see where you're at. If there's anything wrong, you can catch it early, as opposed to 10 years down the line and things are looking grim. So I think as what I really like is I still get to keep my science brain, as well as incorporating the beauty. So I'm at the interjection. Women in STEM. Listen. Women in STEM. Okay? We're trying our best. We love it. We love it. Thank you so much, Eva. It's been a pleasure having you. It's been really fun. I've learned so much. I mean, your face is already a marketing tool for the entire thing. Look at how great you look. Look at how great you look. Thank you so much for coming onto the platform. We're truly grateful. Please let the people know where they can find you in case they would like to inquire about any of these procedures or have a conversation with you about that. Of course. So my personal page is Kitabire on Instagram. Currently work for Care Spa Aesthetics. So you can also find them on Instagram. And then for Mo, I also just want to shout out Revive because I love them. So you can find Revive Wellness Uganda on Instagram as well. So they do chat and yoga sessions. They do dance sessions as well. So depending on what kind of therapy you're after, if you just need someone to talk to, there's so many. Oh, they also do that? Yeah, they also do that. So they outsource people as well. And there's skin, beauty, wellness, Kitabire, and Care Spa. So,
okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching this video till the very end. We're truly, truly grateful. Comment down below and share with us how you felt about this video. I think about getting Botox. I think about doing filler. I think about doing Botox for like your hands, your feet, whichever type of procedure that you've spoken about, or even so much as getting into yoga.
Yeah.
Because what we've learned today is that self-care comes in various forms.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be invasive, but it has to help you feel much better. Comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you guys so much. It's been Ashley
and Eva.
Bye.